In the world of competitive Pokemon, every player knows the grind. The endless hours of breeding, training, and perfecting a team with the right stats and moves. It's a rite of passage, a labor of love that separates the casual players from the pros. But what if you could skip all that? What if you could get the perfect Pokemon with the click of a button? At the 2024 Pokemon Bologna Special event, one player tried to do just that. They showed up to a high-stakes tournament with a perfectly crafted Pokemon. But on the tournament stream, a glaring red flag appeared. The original trainer tag read, FreeMons.org. This wasn't just a simple case of cheating, it was a symptom of a much bigger problem. This is the story of the FreeMons scandal and what it reveals about the world of competitive Pokemon. For as long as competitive Pokemon has existed, the grind has been its backbone. Hours spent breeding for flawless IVs, carefully training EV spreads, chasing down that one hidden ability. It's a ritual that demands patience, persistence, and maybe a little bit of madness. But in today's world of instant results, patience is in short supply. And where patience runs out, shortcuts creep in. This, my friends, is called ginning. And for years it has been the competitive scene's worst kept secret. Ginning is the act of using third-party software to generate a Pokemon with perfect stats, moves, and abilities, all the things that normally require hours of in-game effort. These Pokemon are then injected directly into a player's game, bypassing the entire process of breeding and training. For some, it's a harmless way to experiment with different teams and strategies without the grind. But for others, it's a way to gain an unfair advantage in tournaments, where the only thing that should matter is skill. And while the Pokémon Company has rules against using illegitimate Pokemon, the tools have become so sophisticated that it's nearly impossible to tell the difference, most of the time. That is until someone makes a mistake and gets caught. The summer of 2024 brought a storm to the competitive Pokemon scene, and it all started in Bologna, Italy. The Pokemon special event was a big deal, drawing top players from all over Europe. They came ready to battle, their teams finely tuned, and their sights set on championship points. The action was intense, with every move and every round broadcast live to thousands of fans watching from home. But during one of those streamed matches, an unbelievable red flag popped up. The camera focused on a player's Pokemon, and viewers with a keen eye spotted something that seemed out of place. The original trainer tag, which should have shown the player's name, instead read FreeMons.org. For those in the know, FreeMons.org is a notorious website that lets people gin or generate perfect Pokemon with the exact stats, moves, and abilities they want. The site then uses automated trade bots to send these Pokemon to players' games. The FreeMons.org name on the OT tag is essentially a digital watermark, a brazen signature left on a Pokemon that was never legitimately caught or bred. The moment the tag appeared on screen, the competitive community exploded. Clips and screenshots of the blunder went viral across social media. The reaction was mixed. Some people were genuinely shocked by the audacity, while others, such as myself, weren't surprised at all. While ginned Pokemon have been an open secret in the community for years, players who use them usually take great care to make them look as legitimate as possible. This was different. This was blatant, an unforced error that exposed a widespread problem for the whole world to see. After being exposed, the player quickly dropped out of the tournament. The incident had already become a public spectacle, forcing a long overdue conversation to the forefront. If cheating is this easy and the rules are this hard to enforce, what does fair competition even mean in competitive Pokemon anymore? And that's the core issue. The scandal isn't just about one player making a dumb mistake. It's about what that mistake reveals about the entire competitive Pokemon ecosystem. On one hand, you have the incredible dedication of players who spend countless hours legitimately training their teams. They are the heart and soul of the community, and their hard work deserves to be rewarded. On the other hand, the Pokemon Company has created a system that almost encourages this kind of behavior. The grind to get a perfectly statted Pokemon is so long and so tedious that for many, it's not fun. It's a barrier to entry. Why spend dozens of hours hunting for a specific Pokemon with the right stats when you can get the exact same thing in 5 minutes from a website? The very existence of FreeMons and similar services proves that there is a demand for a better way to play. If the Pokemon Company truly wants to foster a healthy competitive scene, it needs to address the root cause of the problem. It needs to make the legitimate path to creating a competitive team less of a chore and more accessible. Until then, we'll continue to see players taking shortcuts, because when the journey is too long and the destination is just a click away, the temptation to cheat will always be there, and we will see more incidents like what happened in Bologna. But nevertheless, what do you think about this scandal? Do you believe ginning is a problem that needs to be solved, or do you see it as a necessary shortcut in a tedious system? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Thanks for watching. This has been Beyond the Pokedex.